Welcome everybody back to another episode of the Money Pop Podcast. Man, we missed y'all, man. It's been a while. A lot of stuff has happened. Just a quick catch up, real quick. I was out sick, man. I caught pneumonia, bro. It's crazy. Caught pneumonia. Had a 40th birthday party, surprise party, then caught pneumonia right out the gate. Like, what are we doing out here? Didn't bet shit. Tournament plays going on, so we're gonna get in all of that. Where we left off, but we want to catch you up where we were. We were up, feeling good, feeling high. We were up almost 2,500. But as all, when you're up too high, you got to bring your ass back down. We had some regression, right? We had some regression, went on a little bit of cooler right there. I think I lost my last four, I think. So we dropped to 21 units or $2,160. All my units are based off $100. You don't know what a unit is. So that's all right. No panic, right? We had a real hot run. We had a real nice run for a while. Nothing to trip about, nothing to get overly worried about. It's part of the game. You gotta have, you gotta have a stomach for this. It's gonna be peaks and valleys. So we're gonna be feeling like we really high, hitting this, hitting that, and all it takes is one day. All it takes is one day to bring your ass back to reality and know that you ain't the best better in the world. So we are back. We're gonna do our NBA betting for the look ahead lines for the games today, anything we like. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. But the show is about looking at the NBA slate and NCAA, seeing if we see anything now that we like, and then giving you the plays later. If you're not new to the channel and you've been here for a while, you already know the flow. Hit the like, hit the I don't know, hit the like and what else? Hit the notification. Hit the notification. I'm still kind of droggy, getting back into the swing of things. So what I want to start off with, bro, is March Madness. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
bring up my bracket real quick, show you where I'm at, because it's not like we can change this motherfucker. And then kind of give you a look see of oops, my bad. Um of what my bracket looks like right now. So I'll bring this in just a little bit. All right, so the games don't start till Friday and Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. So my top bracket looks a little bit like this. Got killed on this, 5-2, 5-2, and obviously a lot of people got killed on this Virginia with that last shot that
Mm-hmm.
Furman came in, did their thing, and then they got smoked as they should have
Mm-hmm.
by San Diego State. So now we got the San Diego Bama game. I don't know if that lines up. Houston, Miami, probably. I think a lot of people had this bracket pretty much the way I had it.
Mm-hmm.
No big surprises. I thought Iowa State was going to do something here, but I think they shot the worst ever in like a tournament in this game. Like it was crazy. They scored 41 points. It was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So Xavier, Texas, all this stuff I think kind of looks. I think. Well, I guess the surprise is Princeton, right? It's not
Yeah.
yet. Surprise is Princeton, right? They knocked off Arizona. They messed around and beat uh, Missouri,
Missouri.
which I kind of watching Missouri play this Utah State team. I would have bet Princeton to win this. What do you think about this game, man? It's Creighton Princeton. You think Princeton got a good chance here? They're the Cinderella.
I mean, I think you're in that realm where they definitely don't fear Creighton, right? Um,
Yeah,
and they get through that hump, right? Like you said, Furman, they get the upset round one, they get blown out round two, right? Typically, you see that, right? When you get like one of these big
exactly.
upsets, they go back to nature like afterwards, and then every year, every other year, you get like a St. Peter's, 2 years ago, or you get some team that's like. Once they get that second win, it's like, yo, you know what? That first game wasn't a fluke. Like we really can play.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the Ivy League is one of those leagues where they have had a history of they can be competitive, right? Like they play bigger schools, like right.
Yeah.
And some of those kids choose to go to those schools versus you know your Miami of Ohio's or your Toledo's, right? Like so they can
Mhm.
get really good players. They could get better players than your Howards of the world because the kids might say I'd rather just go to Princeton than Toledo,
Mhm.
or Rutgers, or some place like that. So you'll have spots where I think you can get a really good Ivy League team that could be competitive, but minimally not fair none of these schools, bigger schools. So, to say that they just beat Arizona and then followed it up against the SEC school, why would I be scared of Creighton? So, I definitely think they come out and just ride with confidence. They could easily win. I wonder what the line is there.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. It is -10 Creighton. Love Princeton there.
Love Princeton there. I mean, what has Creighton? I mean, it's like,
Like I don't think Princeton is going to fall off the map right now. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like even if they lose, like to me, losing by 10 is getting blown out.
yeah, yeah.
I don't think they get blown out.
I don't think they lose by 10. That's just
Love Princeton in that one, unless it's some matchup that I'm not seeing because I've never watched Creighton, so I don't know what Creighton's about. I know Baylor's, a decent team, and they beat Baylor pretty good, so I'm assuming that's what that line is. But I mean,
mhm.
it wasn't like Arizona ain't no slouch. Missouri, what I mean? But they beat Missouri by 15.
Right,
What
right.
I'm saying? So for them to lose by 10 all of a sudden, I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know
all
about
right.
that. I don't know about that. I think
That
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 line
line that
changes.
line's probably 8 by the time the game kicks
Yeah,
off.
I was about to say that line drops for Princeton. But I said this. I did a show where I did this. I picked this blind, bro. Like I was hoping you would jump on with me so you could pick me apart. But I was
Mhm,
just like, I just picked it blind because I think this. You have people who do have knowledge and really dig into this. To me, it's still a lottery ticket. It's a scratchy ticket. What's up,
Yeah, yeah.
Don Don? So it's a scratchy ticket. So to me, I'm just like, yo, I'm just picking how I feel right now. I'll look at a little couple numbers here and there, but I'm just gonna go with my gut and what it tells me. So um I said this that Bama has the easiest path to the Final Four.
Mhm,
And I think if Princeton wins this game or Creighton wins this game, that's holds true. I still think Bama has the easiest path. I expect them to do work against San Diego State.
mhm,
And then they're going to get a. I think this game will be more competitive than what people think, but I still suspect Bama to get to the Final Four. So I have Bama on getting to the Final Four. I have Texas getting to the Final Four. We'll see how this holds up. I think a lot of people have Miami winning this game. So
I like Miami a lot.
yeah, I think a lot of people have Miami winning this game, and I think this is about solid about where this should be here too as well with Xavier and Texas. So
Yep,
and then down here I got crushed. I thought VCU was my darling, and they
yep.
got smoked.
Same.
They got smoked early on, so this whole bracket got crushed. A lot of people probably had. I think some people had Kansas. Well, I did had
Mhm,
Kansas as a Final Four, and that took one out for me. I think UConn has a really good shot here to get deep
mhm,
here.
mhm,
And I've seen a lot of people with Gonzaga in the Final Four too. And sure enough, look at
mhm,
Gonzaga kind of creeping up here. Because if they get UConn, I like them against anybody that they see.
mhm,
So I suspect Gonzaga to be here in the Final Four. I really
mhm,
do.
mhm,
And then on the what bracket is this? The East bracket. Didn't do too bad. Thought Michigan State. Well, yeah. I mean, Marquette pulled this out here. Um, looks like yeah. What's that? Yeah, this is Thursday's game. Kansas State and Michigan State. So should be a pretty good game. I still don't think anybody's going to beat Texas.
mhm,
Um, I mean Tennessee. I'm sorry, Tennessee.
mhm, mhm,
And obviously Purdue lost out the gate, all crazy.
mhm.
So Tennessee looks like not maybe a cakewalk. Tennessee against Michigan State probably is looking like what this is going to be, but I'm thinking it's going to be Bama. I think I'm gonna get 3 out of 4. I think it's gonna be Bama, Tennessee, Texas, and Gonzaga.
Mhm.
And I got Bama and Texas in the final, and Bama taking it down.
Mhm.
So real quick update on my bracket. We'll see how we go. It's a pretty good. I think you're in this one. This is the homies. Pretty good. I think what the top prize was like what 1,200.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Oh, you signed back up?
yeah. Yeah. I signed up
Yeah.
for just the
Yeah.
one. I just
Okay.
put
Okay.
one in. I just put
Okay.
one in.
Okay.
I just put one in.
Yeah. 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 I ain't even look, man. I did the
That
same
Houston
thing,
game
but
gonna be
I
nice.
ain't even open it up, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It is gonna be nice. It is gonna be nice. A lot of people like Miami. A lot of people got Miami in that one. Don. I know for sure. So I went the other way. I knew that going into that, John. So All right. Let us pull up when we get closer to Thursday. Well, actually tomorrow. Well, no, Thursday. Is there any games or early games? They're all night games. Yeah, they're all night games. Yeah, when we get to Thursday, we'll break down some of those lines. But today, we talking NBA. All right, bro. I know you're short on time, man. Anything you seeing today that makes sense for you to get on the number right now?
Uh, Not really, man. To be honest,
Okay.
if you should hit the short end, what's some later games? A little bit there. Brooklyn, the Cavs. I mean, that's an interesting one to me. I mean, Brooklyn's been playing. They've been starting to play a little bit well. Um,
Yeah,
that's who the Pistons play the Hawks. Yeah, I mean the Hawks. Some of these teams I look at is like,
they're
how
already
can I ever
eliminated.
lay
I
that
think
many
that's what that
points?
line is like
Huh?
that. Like Detroit's already eliminated from the playoffs. The Spurs are already eliminated from the playoffs. I think
Yeah, them
so.
teams
Those
been
games,
playing. Them
yeah,
teams been playing though. Like if you just still look at the recent games, like they was never making the playoffs, right? Like
yeah, right.
so it's like all right, maybe technically like now it's like all right, guys, we're officially out. Let's start stinking it up now. Like
Yeah, I
no,
know,
it's
right?
like
Yeah.
like
Facts.
14 points and 13 points is like
He said
all
they were
right,
never in the playoffs, though, bro.
right. It's just crazy, man. I think you either gotta with these teams like the Hawks laying 14 points. I think it's either like Pistons or no bet to be honest, just because
Oh wow.
the
Yeah.
Hawks just aren't that good at like what are they a middle team like middle like just right down the
I
middle
think they're
type.
like eighth or ninth seed in the East.
Right. So it's like all right, yo, you're 14 points better than like if y'all played 10 times, how many times you gonna beat them by 14 points? I
Right,
don't
right.
know. Like I don't know. Even with their team right now. So, similarly with the Spurs, man, the Spurs, like they've always kind of. I'm not sure what their against the spread record is. I imagine it's not horrible. So,
Yeah,
but I can't bet games like that.
yeah.
Um,
Me neither.
I think the Kings plus 5 points is almost at. I think the Kings are in a situation where they have to prove themselves, right? Like they're second in the West, but who fears the Kings? Who's looking at
Nobody.
like, oh, the
Yeah.
Kings are a favorite? They're second in the West and been second in the West. So I think they have a chip on their shoulder. Getting 5 points at home for a game that they have to, that they're going to go out and compete against. Um,
Hmm.
I think that that's a pretty good bet, to be quite honest. I mean, 5 points, you're getting more than a couple baskets. That could be a play where it's like if it really a shark is like Boston, but to me, I like the Kings there. It's probably even worth looking at their money line play, which I imagine is probably like plus 200 or something.
Plus
Um,
170.
Plus 170. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, I think a play like that makes a lot of sense. I think the Thunder, man, 6.5 versus the Clippers, man. I think that's a good play too. But they're a little bit later games. I would say the Kings here is probably the best bet on it. It's probably the best bet on the slate tonight, to be honest. 5 points at home. They got
Yeah,
a
I like the bet. I
yeah.
do. I do like the bet at plus 5. I saw it and I'm like, man, the Kings have been playing good all year long, and they've been in the top of the West all year long. So I know Boston needs this because we just lost. The Sixers just lost.
Mm-hmm,
So we were actually with that loss, we dropped to third. We were at second seed
mm-hmm,
in the East, and that home court is going to be crucial, especially for us,
mm-hmm,
because you're going to have to face one of these teams, down the line. So
mm-hmm,
I think this is a must-win game for Boston because they
mm-hmm,
got to stay ahead. We're about to go on our West Coast trip. They're coming off their West Coast trip.
mm-hmm,
So I think it's a must-win game for Boston. That's the only thing I kind of worry about, but I do like the bet. I would lean Kings here at home, getting the 5 points as a dog. I think there's gonna be a lot of scoring in this game. So the one bet I was looking at here, I do like, is Jalen Brown has been playing extremely well the
mm-hmm,
last about 5 or 6 games. He's been shooting well over 50%.
mm-hmm,
And that the fact that they're almost even with your
mm-hmm,
star getting almost close to 29, 30, I'm gonna
mm-hmm.
go with Jalen Brown here over 26 and a half. I wouldn't
Okay.
be surprised if he leads them in scoring. Um, he's been let me bring him up real quick. He's been averaging almost about, I think, about 25, 26 per game. The last 6 games. But the one thing is his shooting efficiency is what I really like, is that he's been shooting um 52, 55. I think
Mm-hmm,
he had 64, 55.
mm-hmm,
Last game he kind of came back down to earth. He had he was 47%, but he still had 25 points. So he had
Mhm.
27, 35, 43, 24, 11, 32, 29, 35,
Mhm.
16, all in the month of March. So he's
Mhm.
only missed this 3 times.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna stay with the hot hand, man. I think he's got a hot hand right now, and
Mhm.
he's been doing most of his damage on the road. With some of these point totals. So give me Jalen Brown, man, over 26.5. I know it's a lot of points, but I think it's gonna be a high scoring game because the Kings can score.
Mhm.
I think they can score with almost anybody. So I think Boston's up for the challenge. To
Like it.
score with them.
I like it.
One more bet too, because I know you got to roll. Um, I like here going a little deeper. Nick Claxton over 11.5. Jared Allen, I believe, is going to be out for this game.
Mhm.
He's doubtful right now, but I think he's going to be out. So give
Mhm.
me Nick Claxton. He's been averaging over double points for the
Mhm.
last I think it's 7 games.
Mhm.
So I think this is a little bit low for
Mhm.
this for him. So give me a little bit Nick Claxton, man, over 11.5 points. I'm digging deep in my bag for that one, bro.
I like it, man. Shark play. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't want to keep you up. I don't know if you got anything else or you got to roll. Just let me know, and or if not, I'll just keep it moving. I'll keep it going.
Sounds good, man. Appreciate you, man. I'll get the bets out to the folks, to all the listeners, man. Before tip off, man. I'm gonna dive in deep.
All right, bro.
All right.
All right.
That's him.
So Sabonis is drawn on the. I ain't mean to move too fast off you, bro. I got you. Sabonis is 18.5. I would take the under here if I was looking at this. Um, he should be right there. I think this is gonna be a guard dominated game, right? Because the guards are the dominant force on both sides of the ball. So it's gonna be a guard dominated game, not too much of a big man game. Sabonis is going to get a lot of work, but Al ain't bad on the defensive side, right? Al can handle a little bit on his own. So I think Al's a little bit taller than what people think. I think Al's a good 6'9", almost probably 6'10". So I don't think Sabonis is. I think Sabonis is going to score. I'm not sure if he's going to get 20. The double double sounds right though. Um, double double sounds right. Meaning like I can see like 17 and 13. 15 and 14. Because what's his rebounds? 12 and a half, right? Yeah, like I said, 17 and 13, right? You could see that, right? He'll be right under that 18 and a half, maybe even 18 and 14. That's a grown man stat line, right? That's a grown man stat line, especially against the Boston Celtics. But I would stay away from here. I'm leaning towards the hot hand on this game. I'm sticking with Jalen Brown here over 26 and a half. So going to some more plays here. I did give you the Nick one. The other one I was looking at here was the Thunder. Like he said, 6.5 does seem like a good bet with a team that's not known defensively. But I was looking at Shy. He just gets money, man. But 30 points is so much. But he just always gets that shit. He scores 30 like every goddamn game. He scored 40 last night, right? Let me bring him up real quick. SGA. Let's look. 40, 29, 35, 35, 33, 38, 39. Ugh. Against a team that doesn't play good defense as a point guard. I'm taking it. Give me the over 30 and a half, 1.5. I'm taking it. Russell ain't gonna do shit. Russell ain't gonna do shit, man. That boy Shy is a problem. Facts, bro. Big facts. That boy is a problem. I mean, I like it. I think we gonna. Yo, you ever get that feeling when you gonna sweep that shit? It's probably every joint you put up. Like, yo, man, I think these joints feel good. I talk myself into all of them, and I feel great about it. But nah, like I like all these. I think these are really solid plays here. I really do. I think these all are gonna hit. That's every play I put up. But I think we're gonna sweep today. I think it's a good day. Good day. Good day to come back to it. Good day to come back on the Tuesday. So just a real quick, you can see on the screen, we're going Jaylen Brown over 26 and a half. Claxton from the Brooklyn Nets over 11 and a half, and SGA over 31 and a half. Um, he wouldn't surprise me if he drops 35 on him. Just pure volume, right? Just pure volume and a good fucking shooter too, right? It's not like he's a bad shooter, just pure volume. So those are the picks of the day. Like I said, man, on this show, man, we try to keep it quick. We try to keep it um every parlay. Every parlay you look at, it's like, oh, that's a win. But we try to keep it quick. We try to give you the plays real quick, get you in out 15, 20 minutes. If we go 30 minutes, that means I'm talking too much. So if you guys are new to the channel, we do this shit every single day at 12 o'clock. We're talking NCAA. We're talking NBA. We're giving you free picks. We're giving you free plays. If you haven't seen it, if you don't know, we've been on a goddamn tear. We ran $100 up to well over $2,000. So make sure if you're new, hit the subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a motherfucking friend. If you're not new to the channel, you already know what to do. Hit the notification, hit the like button so you know when we go on, we can give you the picks, we can give you the plays so you guys can decipher on how you're going to bet going out through your day. That's the show. Thank you everybody for joining and watching, and good luck with the bets today, man. Let's sweep the day. I'm out.